Remember when Trump promised to drain the swamp? Yeah, that was a thing. Turns out Washington is less swamp, more bottomless pit of bureaucracy. So, Trump's back for round 2, and this time he's brought a very special guest star, Elon Musk. That's right, the guy who shoots cars into space and tweets about his bowel movements is now in charge of making the government. What could possibly go wrong? Enter DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. No, it's not a joke, though the name should have been the first clue. They replaced the US Digital Service, which, let's be honest, sounds way less cool. DOGE's mission? Make the government run like a well-oiled Tesla. Or more accurately, like Twitter after Musk got his hands on it. Their plan? Cut, cut, cut. Inflation's high, interest rates are through the roof, and it's all the government's fault apparently. Musk's big brain idea/spending, interest rates magically plummet, everyone wins. Except maybe the people whose jobs just got musked. More on that later. Musk's approach to government reform? Imagine a bull in a very delicate taxpayer-funded china shop. DOGE operatives are embedded everywhere, from education to energy, USAID to the Treasury, even poking around Social Security. Musk, meanwhile, is reportedly having a grand old time comparing himself to the Bobs from Office Space. Remember them? Those efficiency consultants who loved firing people? Yeah, this is shaping up. Section 4 trillions in savings? Not so fast, says math. Musk promised the moon $2 trillion in cuts. Then he came back down to earth, revising that number to a still eye-watering $1 trillion. Problem is, even that seems less likely than a Tesla Cybertruck with working windows. See, DOGE boasted about saving $55 billion already. Turns out they double-counted some stuff, had a few typos, and oh yeah, mistook an $8 million contract for an $8 one. Oops. Not really reassuring when you're talking about sums larger than most countries' GDP, especially when you consider the government spends over $882 billion on interest payments alone. So much for those magical interest rate cuts. Section 5 bros, memes, and the nuclear codes, the DOGE team. So, who are these masterminds reshaping the government in Musk's image? Picture the most hardcore Tesla fanboys you can imagine, add a dash of Silicon Valley arrogance, and you're halfway there. We're talking young, mostly male, tech-obsessed, and fiercely loyal to Musk. Think Steve Davis, but multiply him by like 20. This crew doesn't much care for rules or norms, let alone laws. They're here to disrupt, and if that means bending the rules or maybe accidentally deleting a crucial government database, so be it. What's a little chaos when you're bringing the future to Washington? Section 6, you're fired, and you and maybe you too. Remember all those government employees? Turns out a lot of them were deemed inefficient. Translation fired. Tens of thousands of them gone, vanished, shown the door. Why? Fraud and waste, says Trump. Bloated bureaucracy, echoes Musk. Take the National Nuclear Security Administration, for example. DOGE waltzed in, pointed at 350 people and yelled, "You're fired." Turns out some of those people were kinda important for, not accidentally nuking ourselves. They're rehiring some, but still. When your government efficiency plan involves potentially jeopardizing national security, you might be doing it wrong. Section 7, from Twitter to Uncle Sam, same Musk, different swamp. This whole DOGE debacle feels awfully familiar, doesn't it? It's like Musk took his Twitter playbook and decided to apply it to the entire US government. Mass layoffs? Check. Chaos and confusion? Check. Ignoring experts and relying on his gut and maybe some questionable Reddit threads? Check and check. Remember what happened with Twitter? Lawsuits, resignations, people being rehired because, surprise, they were actually doing their jobs. Now imagine that, but on a national scale with the stakes being slightly higher than whether or not your favorite celebrity is verified. Buckle up, folks, this is gonna be a bumpy ride.